Innocent lives ruined by internet trolls. Oh goody. Before we get into the video, YouTube has changed the way they act. For your view to actually count, you gotta be subbed or comment or like the video. So if you could leave a sub or just if you could comment or just leave a like, I would really appreciate the effort of you. Thank you.
How do you justify causing so many people distress and hurt?
It isn't my responsibility what others find upsetting. If you don't like it, turn it off.
The meanest thing I read was, I hope you yourself and I hope you get an eating disorder so you'll look pretty.
Simply because some idiot insinuated that something happened because two people went to use the bathroom at the same time. Are you happy yet?
There is a dark underworld, sinister side to Facebook that people
Not Facebook, bro. Of course, the old boomer says Facebook.
probably don't realize even exists, that it's there.
Today,
Okay,
we're
I'm gonna
looking
say
at-
it again. I've said this many times. If you can't handle criticism, don't be on the internet. Or like, don't be like a creator on the internet. Don't post publicly if you can't handle backlash. Some things do go too far though, right? We can all agree on that, that some things do go too far. Obviously, like, getting all those threats isn't okay. It's not okay. It isn't. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist. They still do it. We shouldn't accept that it's happening, but we need to know that it's happening. Then, the title is Innocent Lives Ruined by the Internet. By internet trolls, so I'm thinking this goes a little bit further than just threats of Minecrafting yourself.
innocent people whose lives were destroyed by internet trolls. And you'll be shocked why these everyday people became targets. We'll start with the lighter cases and end with those that are truly heartbreaking. So my goal this year is to give you guys double the amount of videos without sacrificing quality. And to do that, we got to keep growing. So it would mean the world to me if you subscribe, and I promise to do my very best to make...
Damn, he really wants to double this video, bro. He's been pushing out content non-stop and I love it. I love his videos so much.
the best videos of all time for you guys. I'm Visual Venture. You are awesome, and I hope that you guys like my new setup. What do you guys think? Natalia. Imagine getting roasted online, not for something you did, but for something someone else did using your face. That's exactly what happened to Natalia. In 2015, Natalia lived in Russia with her husband. She had a relatively quiet life, but her big mistake was using a social media platform called VK. It's basically the Russian version of Facebook. She posted innocent pictures like dinners with her husband, selfies, everyday stuff. Little did she know a troll was watching her page, and that troll was about to steal her life. This person downloaded hundreds of...
Okay, that is definitely too far. Like, bro, that is not okay. This one is not okay. That is absolutely messed up. This is way beyond just trolling.
Of Natalia's photos.
This is identity
they took those
theft.
photos and created a Twitter account. They called the account Uma Compton. Same face, different name. And Uma Compton was preparing to cause a lot of trouble. The Uma Compton account introduced itself as a Christian mother.
Proud Christian mother of 3, suicide survivor, anti-bully
Sewers? I cannot. The sewer. Sewer. Oh, I'm sorry.
But the things Uma Compton posted were the opposite of Christian.
Not long after the account's creation, Uma started posting and quickly garnered attention for a series of outlandish and often vulgar tweets that she would publish.
In one tweet, Uma bragged about her skills in the bedroom.
I always let the waiter know I give. Give what?
Another tweet implied that she was romantically involved with her brother. Remember, this account was using Natalia's real face. People thought the woman behind those controversial tweets was bold enough.
How are people not realizing that's a troll? Like, I don't know, it was back in 2016, so like 9 years ago, but still, how are people not realizing that? What?
To show her identity. The account went viral. Screenshots of the...
Yo,
many
Peanut!
months with the cotton candy fox.
Cotton candy fox, that's a cute way. Thank you! Thank you for the 9 months, man.
The tweets went viral. It felt like everyone was
Society calls us cousins, but that's just a word. God gave us love. Bruh.
talking about Uma Compton, but the troll behind the Uma Compton account didn't stop at tweets. They decided to make music, and things got even worse.
Okay.
The internet troll released full songs under the name Uma Compton. The lyrics were offensive and the quality was terrible.
God.
There were even music videos with a cartoon version of Uma, which was actually Natalia's face. Soon, she had fans who started making fan pages of her. To them, Uma Compton was an internet icon. She was famous for being inappropriate. Meanwhile, Natalia was still in Moscow living her normal life. She didn't use Twitter or speak English, so she had
It's gonna end so badly, isn't it? I don't know. Probably like getting fired or something. I hope she didn't get too much backlash from
no
this.
idea that she was the face of Uma Compton. That's probably why the troll chose her in the first place. She seemed like someone who would never find out. But then the troll slipped up and everything came crashing down. In January 2016, the Uma Compton account uploaded a new photo of Natalia. She was pointing at a street sign written in Russian. In the background, there was a phone number. A reporter named Ryan saw the post. Immediately, he realized that something was off. Uma always tweeted that she lived in America. So why was the street sign written in Russian? Ryan looked up the phone number. It led him to Natalia's VK page in Russia. Natalia's page had the exact same photos Uma Compton was using, but it showed a completely different person.
April 8, 1988. So she's like 6 years older than me, meaning she's like 37 now? Bruh. And that was 6 years ago, so that was happening when she was like... Not 6, 9 years, man. That was happening when she was 27. Like, bro.
Ryan reached out to Natalia and her husband. When he told them about Uma Compton, they were shocked. Ryan knew he had to expose the truth, so he published his findings. And the internet finally saw it. Uma Compton wasn't real. It was just a troll causing mischief with stolen pictures. Twitter banned the Uma Compton account, but by then, the damage was permanent. Tweets had already been screenshotted. Songs were downloaded and reposted. And Natalia's face was tied to all that disgusting content. And she could no longer come to America because if she did, she would be recognized as one of the worst people ever. Natalia's face was stolen and she didn't even know it until it was too late. But here's the scary part. This could happen to any of us because your personal information is already floating online. Not because of some troll, but because of data brokers. So they
This is gonna be an
sell
ad.
your private information without your consent. They make no attempt to stop scammers or even stalkers from buying it. Why? Because they make billions of dollars a year off of it. And I don't understand why, but it is completely legal. So I know you guys might not understand the gravity of what I'm saying right now, but I've had firsthand experience with people stealing my information and threatening me with it to the point that the authorities got involved. It's serious. That's why I use Aura, the sponsor.
There it is. There it is. Delete me or VPNet. Yeah, it's Aura. By the way, I'm actually using Delete Me. I personally am. And it's actually taken my name out of the stupid list, so... Either way, what I wanted to say about Natalia is... If she's just living her life in Russia and doesn't even care about traveling to the US, I think she's absolutely fine. Right? Like, not everyone wants to travel to the US, so I don't think her life got ruined by some internet troll. Like, sure, her pictures all around, but she's not living a life online. So I think she's fine.
Of this video. Aura finds data brokers exposing your information and automatically sends them requests to get your information taken down, and they legally have to comply. And Aura handles it for you automatically. Aura also monitors the dark web, alerts you if someone's trying to use your information for credit fraud, and it comes with a VPN and password manager.
Oh, shit. Or might actually be better than
does happen,
me.
you're covered with up to $5 million in identity theft insurance, and their fraud support will help you fast. You can try Aura for free for 14 days at aura.com/VV. That's more than enough time for them to start removing your information online. Caitlyn Upton. Caitlyn Upton thought she was about to become a beauty queen. Instead, she became the target of internet trolls who ruined her life. In November 2006, Caitlyn became Miss Teen South Carolina, and it was time to take the next step. She moved on to the national stage Miss Teen USA.
Tonight, 51 of the hottest teens from all over the nation.
Bro, what? She did not just say hottest teens. Ugh.
Are getting ready to compete for the dream of a lifetime.
It was a huge event. Millions were watching live from home. Caitlyn made it to the top 5. That's when the questions began. One of the judges asked her a question.
Recent polls have shown a fifth of Americans can't locate the U.S. on a world map. Why do you think this is?
It was a question about education and geography, but maybe Caitlyn was nervous because what came out next was not a logical answer. It was a mess.
Because some people out there in our nation don't have maps, and I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere like such as.
The crowd went silent. Even the
What? 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 What?
host froze. He wanted to help her, but he couldn't.
As a host, they specifically tell me that you're not allowed to say anything or help the contestant at all.
Caitlyn wasn't the first to fumble during a pageant, but internet trolls decided to make her suffer for her mistake. Someone clipped Caitlyn's mistake and posted it online. It spread like wildfire. The video crossed 1 million views on YouTube. On Reddit, the comments were vicious. One said, "This is what having a brain fart looks like."
That's not vicious, it's true. It's true.
They made memes and parody videos. One showed cartoons dancing in her brain.
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because...
But the online jokes spilled into her real life. One day, Caitlyn's family found a strange letter in the mailbox. It contained hateful comments telling
Okay, that's too far. Now it crossed the line. Before I was like, whatever, people are just making memes and poking fun. But now it's crossed the line.
Caitlyn to go die for your stupidity. At a college party, a group of guys
That's not
recognized her,
good.
and they started mocking her on the spot. Her mental health took a hit. She didn't feel safe in public. Caitlyn even lost childhood friends because they were embarrassed to be seen with her. Years passed, the trolling slowly became less and less. And
Maybe she had performance anxiety. Like, maybe it was stage fright. Like, I oh my god. Those are not friends. Yeah, those are not friends.
after all these years, Caitlyn was finally able to move on with her life. This next case is about a kind gesture.
That's it though. That's not that bad. Like, she'll be fine. It happens to guys all the time. Yeah, she'll be fine. Like, those friends weren't her friends anyway. They just cared about optics. She'll be fine.
That backfired. Nicola Brooks. Nicola Brooks didn't go looking for trouble. She was just a mom sitting on the couch watching TV with her daughter. Then she did one thing that put a target on her back. It started in November 2011. Nicola and her teenage daughter were watching X Factor, the talent show. A contestant named Frankie got kicked off for breaking the rules. Frankie was a controversial figure. He had a wild attitude. He bragged about breaking the law. Some viewers couldn't stand him. So when Frankie was eliminated, the internet celebrated. One headline read, "Frankie's departure from the X Factor means the end of too tight trousers, enormous hair, and some extremely painful singing." But it wasn't just jokes and memes. The comments about Frankie became violent. Some wanted him to get hit by a bus.
It's dumb, but people say that. That's dumb, but like, that's... But you go on any Twitter thread, you see that. Like...
Others talked about doing disgusting things to him.
I've heard way worse in a League of Legends lobby than this.
Harassment was so extreme that Frankie himself spoke out.
A few weeks ago, people didn't have a Scooby who I was, and now I'm walking down the street and there's people shouting stuff at me and like, yeah, just trying to give me a hard time.
Yeah, that's not okay, man. That is not okay. They're giving him a hard time, IRL. That's too far. Oh, he's British? That explains the way people are acting.
Nicola saw all of it and she was horrified, so she decided to help. She posted a kind message on Facebook. It read, "Keep your friends and your family close, Frankie. The online bullies will move on to someone else soon."
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That is actually very true. But I guess the person they moved on to is her. Oh boy.
That's all she said, but somehow internet trolls didn't like that. They turned on her instead. At first, it was just typical trolling. They just called her names. Then it escalated. They made fake Facebook accounts using Nicola's name and face. But they weren't just impersonating her. They were trying to destroy her. Some fake accounts messaged children. Others posted offensive content, all with Nicola's name and face.
Bro, that's not okay. Bro, what the fuck? People have too much time. There's too many unemployed people on the internet, man.
I was getting photos made of me that the trolls were posting up.
She reported everything to Facebook, but they weren't much help.
I was using the report system. I was clicking over and over again, thinking this would stop, something would be done.
So she went to the police, but they couldn't help either. Most of the trolling was just online, but after 6 months, it leaked into the real world. On Mother's Day 2012, the internet trolls posted Nicola's home address on
Bruh. Yeah, this case is absolutely fucking horrendous. Yeah, I guess trolls just hate when people defend their targets. That's... S? Okay. Okay.
Online. Anyone with bad intentions now knew where to find her. That night, Nicola was anxious. She went to bed with the lights on. For extra security, she placed a knife under her pillow. Not long after, Facebook
I'm sorry, that's the most British thing ever. That's the most fucking British thing ever. She didn't have a gun under her pillow, she had a fucking knife under her pillow. I'm sorry, but...
found the accounts impersonating her, but Nicola wasn't satisfied. She wanted to know the real identity of her cyberbullies, so she dragged Facebook to court.
Nicola instructed a lawyer and they contacted Facebook to ask for details of those trolling her.
It took months of legal pressure, but in the end, Nicola won. Facebook was forced to hand over the names. The paperwork arrived and the name at the top left her speechless. The biggest troll, the one who did the most damage, was a police officer.
There's no fucking way! No! What? There's not even an unemployed guy, it's a police officer! What? Bro, I was expecting someone in her family, like an uncle, a brother, her son. The police officer?
She forwarded the names to the authorities immediately.
2 men were arrested and later released on bail, but the Crown Prosecution Service has since recommended that no charges be brought against them.
Why?
Nicola defended someone who was being bullied, and internet trolls tried to destroy her for that. This next case was about someone...
I'm so fucking speechless. The UK as well? That sure is? The guy she spoke up for? No. I was a police officer, just a random police officer. Maybe it's just me, but hearing them using the word trolling makes it sound less serious than this. You're right. Yeah, you are right.
One who was hurt by their own hero, Alexis Carter. It was early 2014. Alexis Carter was a junior in high school getting ready for prom, and she had the perfect dress in mind. She wanted to wear a green jumpsuit just like Rihanna's. The dress was unique because it had sleeves that looked like wings. There was one problem. The designer version was way too expensive. Alexis had 2 options: pick another outfit or find someone to recreate Rihanna's jumpsuit. She chose the second option. Alexis found a local tailor to sew a custom version. It wasn't exact, but it was close enough. On prom night, Alexis showed up in her green jumpsuit. Her classmates loved it. She smiled wide and posed for photos. Later that night, Alexis posted a few photos online. Then she went to bed with a smile, but internet trolls were about to wipe that smile off her face. By morning,
It's fucking picture of an internet troll. I just can't. It's so
Alexis's photos were going viral. Some troll online compared her sleeves to bat wings.
That's funny. Bro, that's funny. I'm sorry, but that's just funny.
Then they gave her a nickname, Prombat. Within hours, hashtag Prombat was trending. Trolls photoshopped her into bat logos and superhero posters. Alexis tried to ignore the memes, but then something happened that absolutely crushed her. On May 9th, 2014, the meme reached Rihanna herself, the same Rihanna whose dress Alexis tried to recreate. Instead of defending her fan, Rihanna reposted the meme. She posted this photo, a side-by-side comparison of her original.
That's just... Oh, come on. Come on, man. That's just mean. Like, it's funny, alright? But Rihanna didn't have to do that. Rihanna didn't have to do that, man.
Dress and Alexis. It got over 9,000 retweets and 11,000 likes. It even appeared on TV.
Alexis' super low-cut green jumpsuit with wings got a Rihanna emoticon frown, along with a split-screen tweet comparing it to the Wu-Tang Clan's logo.
When Alexis saw Rihanna's post, she was heartbroken. Alexis said, "I started crying at first when it went viral. When Rihanna posted that photo, it made it 10 times worse. Later that day, she gathered every Rihanna CD she owned and threw it all in the trash. Eventually, memes slowed down, and people finally stopped bullying Alexis." This next story proves
her life wasn't ruined though, visual venture. She's fine. She just moved on from it. Jeez. Give me something actual life ruining. God, where's the tea? I'm sorry.
Trolls don't need facts. They can just make things.
She's about to have a Joker arc. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god.
Norman Kohanowski. Norman was a teenager from Germany. He loved filming goofy skits with a camcorder, but one of those skits invited dangerous people into his life. In 2006, Norman created a fictional character named Leopold. Leopold was supposed to be
a is it the one that crashes out?
hot-headed gamer with a bad temper. One day, Norman filmed himself acting as Leopold. In that skit, Leopold was having a meltdown over a computer.
Bro, I've seen that one. It's the angry German kid, yeah.
It was meant to be a joke about gamers who took things way too seriously. He posted the video on his personal website, so anyone who saw it knew it was an act. And then the problem started. Someone downloaded the video, then uploaded it on YouTube with a different title, Angry German Kid.
There it is, Angry German Kid.
On YouTube. Not because people thought it was funny, but because people thought it was real. Based on the comments, they thought Norman was an angry...
It's 3 a.m. Gonna recover my hangover from my party last night. Time to sleep.
Good night,
Skitsu.
Good night. Thank you for hanging out.
Unstable mess. Then German television found it, and they made the situation 10 times worse. In November 2006, there was a tragic incident in Germany. It involved a school and a pew-pew. German media scrambled to find something to blame. There was a theory going around that video game addiction made kids violent, so the reporters went looking for examples. Just like that, they...
You can't make this up, man. Journalists not doing their due diligence once again.
Found Norman's video. It was perfect. A TV station used the clip in a documentary about gaming addiction and violence.
Oh my god.
They didn't mention it was a sketch. Instead...
Bro, how do you not know that this is a skit? It's filmed. How do you think this got filmed? Bro, people don't just have cameras on all the time, especially at that time. Like,
they made up a story. They claimed the meltdown was real and that Norman's father secretly recorded him.
Those motherfuckers. Those motherfuckers.
Even called him Leopold like it was his real name. Norman was a good kid, but now millions thought he was a violent freak. Just when it seemed it couldn't get any worse, the trolls showed up. Once the documentary aired, Norman became a meme. Trolls edited the footage with fake subtitles. But the worst part wasn't the internet. It was the kids at school. They teased him every chance they got.
Und die Leute sind einfach durchgedreht und ich habe es dann auch jeden Tag zu spüren bekommen.
People were just crazy. He felt it every day.
Jeden Tag habe ich mir das dann angehört.
Every day he was hearing, listening to.
Über den ganzen Schulhof brüllen.
Yeah, they were just screaming across the schoolyard. Wow, what the fuck? That's for the people that aren't looking, but just listening.
Norman kept saying it was just a skit, but most people didn't believe him, so he tried a different approach. He dyed his hair and stopped wearing glasses. He hoped strangers wouldn't recognize him, but it didn't work. Norman was harassed everywhere he went. After 3 years of constant bullying, Norman snapped.
Jesus. From the more positive news, this guy is now a bodybuilder.
He got drunk on a school trip and started making disturbing threats. He even threatened to take the lives of those who bullied him.
Talking to my classmates. How I hate all people, how I hate this world.
While he was ranting, someone recorded him. They took it straight to the teachers, and Norman was arrested and expelled from school. By this point, Norman was in a fit of rage. He refused community service, so he was sent to juvenile detention. By the time he got out a month later, everything was different. He locked himself in his room, hiding from the world, all because people online turned a joke into a nightmare. It took 2 years, but Norman started putting his life back together. He made new friends and got into a relationship. He even became a music producer. Imagine doing someone a favor only for that person to turn around and backstab you online. That's the next story.
I know a handful of those. I've experienced a handful of those ones. Being nice to people and then them just backstabbing me. Yeah. Yeah.
Helen the Plane Bay woman. In 2018, Helen was flying from New York to Dallas. She sat next to a lady named Rosie Blair. The two women were strangers. Before takeoff, Rosie asked Helen for a favor. Rosie's boyfriend was in a different seat, and she wanted to sit next to him. So she asked Helen to switch seats with him. Helen agreed. But just before the swap, Rosie made a joke. She said maybe the guy Helen was about to sit next to might be the love of her life. They both laughed. Helen didn't realize that joke was a red flag. Helen moved seats, and she ended up sitting next to a random guy. Helen and the guy started chatting. They really got along. Helen had no idea that behind her, Rosie was watching everything. From the row behind, Rosie saw Helen talking to this random guy.
She keeps tapping his arm and I'm trying to catch it.
And she believed that her joke was coming true. So she pulled out her phone and started live tweeting what she thought was a love story unfolding in real time. Rosie took pictures. She listened in on their conversation and tweeted everything she noticed. One tweet said, "No wedding rings in sight." Another said, "They're both personal trainers. They have touched arms a few times and they're both vegetarians." Then one tweet went a little too far. She wrote that Helen and the man both went to the restroom at the same time. And when Helen came back, her hair was down.
Bro, you don't gotta tweet all of this. You don't gotta do that, bro. You don't. Like, why you gotta do that? I bet it wasn't even a lie. Shut the fuck up.
Rosie's tweet hinted that something intimate happened.
Saying that the girl in question went to the bathroom with her hair up. And what did Detective Rosie Blair say? When she came back, her hair was down.
By the next day, Rosie's tweets went viral. # Plane Bay was trending.
This morning, we have a love story to tell you about.
You know what? As long as the pictures, like as long as no one was recognizable in the pictures, I think it's okay. You know what? Then it's whatever. But we already had pictures at the start of the story, so... Oh, I somehow muted it. Oopsie.
Bay was trending.
This morning, we have a love story to tell you about for the ages. If you were on Twitter yesterday, this was everywhere, and it is awesome.
If you haven't heard the story of Plane Bay, then you are missing the best plane story ever.
It was the best onboard entertainment they could ask for, and they made sure no one on the ground following the budding romance on social media missed any of it.
Jesus, man. Imagine having a one-flight stand. I hate you.
Remember, Rosie secretly took photos of Helen and the random guy, but she blurred their faces. Unfortunately, that didn't matter. Within hours, internet detectives identified Helen. They found her full name, her social media, and started posting it online.
God damn it. God fucking damn it. Yeah, that's why you shouldn't have posted the pictures in that way. My god.
That's when the trolls came for her. The bathroom tweet sparked the worst kind of attention. People were convinced Helen had done something inappropriate mid-flight, and the comments were brutal.
She was harassed after people found her social media accounts with at least a few comments indicating that she was a skank.
Helen was overwhelmed. She deleted all her social media accounts, but the rumors kept spreading. Meanwhile,
bro, just leave it alone, man. Don't mind me just experimenting with Twitch functions. Okay.
While Rosie, the one whose tweets started the issue, was thriving. She gained followers, brand attention, and media.
Are we surprised she looks like that? Are we surprised? The usual suspects. The usual suspects.
Interviews. Eventually, Helen released a statement through her lawyer. It read, "Strangers publicly discussed my private life based on patently false
Average tea user, exactly.
information. I've been doxxed, shamed, insulted, and harassed." Only then did Rosie apologize. But the apology didn't erase the rumors. Years passed since the Plane Bay incident, but Helen's name was still attached to it. All because she did someone a favor. The girl in the next story had no idea that chasing her passion would ruin her life. Rebecca Black. In 2010, Rebecca Black was 13, and she had a dream. Rebecca wanted to be a famous musician, but she wasn't rich. She was raised by a single mom who worked hard to support her. Then, Rebecca heard something that sounded too good to be true. A friend told her about a company called Arc Music Factory. They made music videos for kids who wanted to be famous, but there was a catch. The video would cost $4,000. She begged her mom to pay for the video. Eventually, her mom agreed. Rebecca didn't even have to write a song. Arc gave her two options. One was called Superwoman. The other was Friday. Rebecca chose Friday.
They sent me a song called It's Friday. And
like,
it was this cute little song.
Was it the song that goes, "It's Friday, Friday," something like that? Is that the one? I don't know. I don't even like that song. That song sucks ass.
Like waking up, going to school, and
well, that song
I was
sucks
like,
ass.
Yeah. I do that. This is it.
She invited her friends to help film the video. The whole thing felt like a school project. On February 10th, 2011, the video went live on YouTube. At first, nothing really happened. It got about 4,000 views in the first month. Safe to say, it was not a hit. Then, a comedian saw the song, and he changed Rebecca's life. Daniel Tosh hosted a show on Comedy Central.
A comedian? Oh no. Oh no, not a comedian. Oh god, it's gonna go south so
he featured
quick.
Rebecca's song on his show, but he wasn't trying to praise Rebecca, he was roasting her.
Some artists work forever to get in the spotlight. Others have their mom pay a shitty producer $4 grand to make a music video for their not especially talented daughter.
That one joke lit the fuse. Rebecca's video shot up from 4,000 views to 70,000.
At least she made money off of it. You know? At least she got some money out of it.
Overnight. Then it hit 200,000 the next day. At the end of the week, Friday had 29 million views. And almost
she made quite a bit of money off of that.
Comment was a punchline.
Comments were starting to come a bit more, and they were definitely all making fun of me, making fun of the song. That immediately put the biggest pit in my stomach I've probably ever had.
Friday was among the most hated videos in YouTube history. It had over 2 million dislikes and only about 300,000 likes. Then it turned dangerous. Two people contacted Rebecca's family, one by phone, the other by email. Both said the same thing. Take the video down or we'll take your daughter's life. That's when it stopped being.
Bro, what the bro, what? Some people actually just need to be locked up. Some people just need to be locked up. Mental asylums. Just mental asylum, man. Mental asylum.
A joke.
Specifically, they mentioned that they were going to take her life, and that's where you have to draw the line.
Rebecca didn't take the video down. The Friday music video remains on her YouTube channel till this day. Eventually, celebrities like Katy Perry and Lady Gaga told people to back off, and slowly the trolling and threats stopped. Most people expected Rebecca to disappear forever, but she kept making music. She released albums, became a DJ, and now tours with major artists. Rebecca Black went viral for all the wrong reasons, but somehow she turned it into something real. My friends, hurt people, especially online when you can hide behind your screen. But that's exactly when it matters the most. And my question to you is, what kind of person do you want to be when no one's watching? Visual Venture. So what happens when innocent people's lives are destroyed not by internet trolls, but by actual influencers?
Rebecca's doing well for herself nowadays. She went back into doing music 3 or 4 years ago. She just released an album earlier this year.
Oh, really?
Heard it was her best album.
Great. That's actually great for her, no? That's a good ending.
Make sure you guys watch this video to find out. Also, let me know what you guys think about this new setup. Thank you guys for everything. Peace.
Peace. Good video. Liked it. Yeah. Bye-bye, YouTube.